Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. And today we are going to be discussing my top 5 favorite Christmas movies. So if you're celebrating like me during the month of November and December as well, you'll probably want to know like what type of movies I watch, or like what Christmas movies I watch specifically. And I could only do a top 5 because a top 10 doesn't make sense. Like, there's so many Christmas movies, right? I don't like 10 Christmas movies. I feel like these 5 are the only ones that have stuck with me. Like, even like super older movies I watched as a kid, like I can't get into them as much as I can these 5. So we're going to jump into this. Hopefully you guys agree with my picks. If not, that's fine. We all got our own picks. But let's get into it. Starting with number 5, The Santa Claus 2. Now you're probably wondering, why don't you like 1 or 3? Well, 1 and 3 for me feel like 1 is the intro to the whole thing, the intro to the whole movie, the whole series, right? 3 is the end, and those movies don't resonate with me as much as 2 does, because 2, it's in the middle. It's like a story that never ends, but also I like the storyline for 2. I like the plot behind it, everything about it. The scenarios are fun, like Santa having to find a wife, I think is fun. I don't know. For me, I feel like this is a perfect movie for like just like baseline if you want to get into Christmas movies, you know. I will say though that the Santa Claus series on Disney Plus, the Santa Clauses or whatever it's called, it's pretty garbage. I'd say it's like fun for Christmas, but not for me. I'm watching it anyway, but like, dude, it's made for like, it's made for kids nowadays, like, if you know what I'm saying. Like, it's not great. It could be better, you know, but it is what it is. But still, this movie is like, it's my all-time favorite for the Santa Claus series. I will say, like, when I was a kid and, you know, I wanted to watch this movie specifically on TV, they never played it. It was either 1 or 3, not 2. And I'm like, bruh, you're ignoring the best movie in the series. Why? It doesn't make sense to me at all. But anyway, that's number 5. Let's get on to number 4. Number 4 is A Christmas Carol. So there has been a lot of Christmas Carol movies. I know that for a fact. There's just been a ton, and they don't really let up. But I think like out of every single one that's been made, this is by far the best, and it's my personal favorite because a lot of reasons. I mean, Disney has made a few in the past, but this is their best one because, for one, Jim Carrey's in it, but 2, like, the animation is so good. It's just phenomenal animation. And when I was a kid, this movie scared me because of like the storyline was different. It was way different compared to the other ones, but also like it felt like I was watching a Disney horror movie, like almost like a thriller almost. But I felt like it was a better story told in this version than the other movies entirely. Like, it's just so good. And the soundtrack, dude, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good soundtrack. It's pretty bopping. I will say that it's pretty good. It's pretty solid. But I mean, other than that, I just love the movie. It's just it's a good watch. It's the best Christmas Carol they've done. So, yeah. Now we're done with number 4. On to number 3. Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas. I know we're kind of on a Disney theme here. I don't know if Disney made Santa Claus, but we're on a Disney theme. Again, here we go. Number 3, Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas. Now, again, you're wondering, why not Once Upon a Christmas? Well, I don't go back to Once Upon a Christmas, and also the animation for that was 2D. For this movie, Twice Upon a Christmas is it's 3D, which is a really good animation style, but also I like the plot in Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas a lot better, because throughout the whole movie, basically it's telling a bunch of different stories about the Disney characters like Donald, Goofy, Mickey. I think that's about it. I don't know if there's any others, but the point is, this tells the perfect story of like Christmas. And then at the end of the whole thing, everyone gets together and like does a big Christmas carol. They all start singing. It's a wholesome movie, man. It's super good, and I love it a lot. I really do. It's one of Disney's best Christmas movies, like better than Christmas Carol, I would say. It's nice. I just love it. So moving on to number 2, The Polar Express. Now, I don't think this was done by Disney, but this used to be my number 1. I will say that. I have a book. You can't see it, but I have a book down there of The Polar Express. And the movie itself, dude, it's phenomenal. The animation still holds up. Same with the Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas, but the premise behind this movie is just so good, dude. It's just like the fact that it's telling a story of like, you know, kids that believe in Santa and kids, you know, obviously Santa's not real. Sorry if you learned that now, but spoilers. But the fact that it's telling a story of like these kids believe in Christmas and this boy doesn't seem to believe in it. This train comes out of nowhere, and it's a train that only kids can see, which I think is wild to me. But dude, not only is this movie so good, the soundtrack, bro. I used to watch this movie all the time, but the soundtrack, whoo, it's hot. It's a hot movie, dude. And I'm pretty sure they play the soundtrack in the stores as well, which is nice. But dude, the soundtrack slaps. It's just so good. I love the soundtrack. And I love this movie. It's a super good movie to watch just for like, if you don't have a Christmas movie to watch, this is it, dude. This movie still holds up to this day. It's phenomenal. Now, getting into my number 1 that took the spot of this movie, it's very recent, but pretty much all of these movies, except for A Christmas Carol, are from the 2000s. I think A Christmas Carol is from 2010, 2011. I could be wrong about that, but this movie is very recent, and it is a violent night. You better watch out. Dude, David Harbour plays the perfect Santa Claus. There is no one better suited for that role. But the whole movie, I know a lot of people are like, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. And I'm just like, I don't agree with that. But this movie, arguably, I agree with it being a Christmas movie. It is 100% a Christmas movie. If you don't believe that, you're wrong. But it's basically like, you know, it's Santa being violent, you know? It's showing a side of him that you never see in Christmas movies. And I love it, dude. It's awesome. It's got an awesome premise to it. It's just great. Like, even when I was watching it in theaters, like, this movie, I was watching, I'm just like, this is my favorite Christmas movie of all time. Like, it's just so good. Like, when I saw the trailer for it, too, I was just like, this is a movie worth seeing because David Harbour's in it. It's another Christmas movie, but also it looked really good. So, yeah, those are my top 5 Christmas movies. Again, I can't really do a top 10 because I don't have 10 favorite Christmas movies, but yeah, that's going to be the video for today. But thank you guys for watching. If you did, I appreciate it a ton. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.